Hello, good afternoon, good evening, happy weekend, happy holidays. Labor Day's over, summer's over. We're back to regular fall like weather coming soon. Shout out to all my subscribers. Can't do nothing without you guys. Want a big shout out all the time, big time, big time. Real quick, chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. You know, it's about things that are not about the main topic. It is back to school time. The kids are back at school. But yo, have y'all seen these? I my came on for this one. Have y'all seen these new school list supplies of things the kids need prior to them even getting in school? Let me tell you, it's getting more and more expensive all the time. I don't know who they think we are as parents, what we got to offer, but they think we got all of it. So they get out the school supply list like a month before. Real quick, just chit chat, just let you know. Hold up, with that. So they bring out the school supply list like a month before. We got to do the transportation if your kid takes the bus. We got to do the school clothes shoppings, the haircuts, the hairstyles, um, the growth spurts. If your kid took a growth spurt recently, the price change is like phenomenal, nominal, extra crazy. Um, and yeah, I saw this little meme on TikTok that pretty much was talking about how parents feel the first week of school. So pretty much it was like teachers and when y'all sending homeworks for the kids at home, bring the cheat sheet with the homework because we know what we're doing. This homework has went to a whole new level. Like the homework game is like crazy at this point. Like I feel like these kids are doing college stuff in junior high school and high school at this point. Like it's really crazy. But the school supplies, just the supplies alone, be like at least $100 to $200. That's number one. The hairstyles and the haircuts and all that, probably another 100 to 300, depending on how old your kid is. Outside of that, if you got to buy metro cars or they take a school bus, you got to do that whole process, communication, find a when, what time, what pickup, when to be outside, phone numbers, the contacts, the texts. Make sure they got your right contact information. Outside of that, your kids in brand name clothes or no name brand clothes, that racks up the bills, which is a little bit more as well. On top of that, the work is really real, you know. So how you guys feel about that? Definitely, you know what I'm saying, drop a comment in the chat right now. If you relate to that, you're a parent, you know the struggle, homework, school clothes, school supplies, transportation, haircuts, hairstyles. If the kids get big or small, they want Jordan ones and Nikes and leathers. And if you're going through that, make some noise right now. Throw something in the chat. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, main topic. I'm back now. So tonight's main topic is how often should you retwist your locks? So I definitely, play the intro avatar, slide. You saw my locks, the length and everything. But I'm sure you guys one more time in case you didn't see it. Um, okay, that's enough of that. Y'all see the point I'm talking about right now. So I have a few questions for you guys. I know a lot of people follow my lock journey. They see me from day one to now. They see the white blonde honey tips. They see the curly ends. They're like, okay, you work out a lot. How did you do it? Like how often do you reach for shit? How do you do that? So I think it's really important to realize, if you are an active person, if you're outside working out daily, you running around daily, you have a second job, you got kids, you're never straight home to school or to work. You always got things to do. If you're like in the gym, I consider that like a very active person. Always want to go. I consider that a very active person. And also, how long is your hair? Is your hair shoulder length, chin length, waist length, back length? That has a lot to do with it as well as your hair texture. Do you have curly hair, straight hair, kinky hair, soft hair, dry hair, thick hair, brittle hair? As well as what stage of the journey are you in? Are you at the starter locks? Are you at your baby locks? Are you at your teenage locks? Are you at your, elder locks? What stage of your hair? I feel like all those stages, lengths, textures plays a big difference in how often you get your retwist, as well as, if you have a person that does your twist, do you have a backup person? Do you do your own hair? All of that plays into the whole game. So first things first, again, I want to start out by pretty much saying like, there's a lot with this lock journey. Yes, it's a simple life in the beginning. It's really intricate and detailed and tedious. You got to be on top of your hair. So I want to say pretty much for the people with starter locks, baby locks, the locks that really don't look like locks, they look like Shirley Temple curls, or they like box braids or like just really curly coils. I feel like people in that stage, that's the beginning stage. I feel like you guys can be washing hair like at least every 30 days. People that are like in the mid teenage phase of the locks where they have like a few buds, they have some thick ones, they have a few that are actually, semi lock, root ends, different parts of the locks. You guys can brush your hair about every 2 months. If people have mature locks, I would say as needed or every 3 months or so. Textures, we got the thick hair, we have the curly hair, we have the fine hair. I feel like in combination with where you are as far as starter, mid-teen, or mature, also consider your texture. So if you have really thick hair, you may have to get your retwist every 4 to 6 weeks. If you have really curly hair, you might have to do like every 2 months. If you have very fine, straight hair, you might have to do as much as every month. So it really depends on, again, the stage of your lock journey, the texture of your hair, as well as the length. If you have short hair, I feel like you should get your locks probably retwisted more often because the chance that they're probably going to unravel more. If you have medium length, shoulder length hair, probably I think every month or so. If you have if you have long hair, I would say every couple of months. Again, the longer your hair is, how soft the texture is, the stage of your journey, all of that plays a part. So definitely try to combine those stages, those textures, those lengths, your activity level to see what works for you. For me, I wash my hair probably every 2 months or so at this point. Also, your activity level again. If you're a non-active person, I would say maybe twice, maybe once a month you wash your hair. If you're very active on the go all the time, I would say every month. And if you're like extremely active, I'm sorry, if you're not active at all, I would say as needed. You probably don't have to worry about your scalp sweating that much, or it unraveling that much. You probably don't have to really worry about all those stresses. The next thing I'm going to talk about is doing retwists on dry hair and wet hair. So for me, I've learned how to do my retwists on dry hair and wet hair. There's pros and cons to both. I don't know what you guys think, but there's a lot of tips and tricks. Like right now, I can do a retwist on my front row to make the rest of my hair look fresh, and that's a tip I learned on YouTube and Pinterest. But there are pros and cons about washing hair on dry hair. I mean, retwisting your hair on dry hair versus wet hair. So for me, I feel like I'd rather do my retwist on wet hair. I feel like it's gonna be a nicer, neater, finished look afterwards. I feel like it's gonna last longer, and I'm definitely gonna get into that. So if my pros are a wet retwist is gonna last longer and it's gonna look newer and fresher. However, but the cons about a wet retwist is gonna take longer to dry and it's gonna take longer to do. So those are the pros and cons. Depending if you got somewhere to go, you got an appointment, you got an engagement, something popping, you may make those decisions. Now, as far as dry hair, I feel like retwist on dry hair is really quick. You don't have to like have your whole head soaking wet. So that's a great thing. So it's gonna dry fast, and it's for that on the go. Like I gotta go real quick. I don't got time to sit down for an hour, get my whole hair retwisted or more. It's a fast way to go. The cons about it is that a dry retwist is probably going to be like temporary, as in it's not going to last as long as a wet retwist will have last, and it may be less manageable. So for right now, my hair feels kind of dry, kind of hard, kind of brittle. I definitely need to wash. I need like a spritz, some moisturizer, whatever the case is. Me doing a twist on this, I'm not going to get a really nice, neat, tight look, so to say. You can still tell it's like kind of thick and full and frizzy, and it's going to feel heavy. It's not going to feel as light and clean as a fresh retwist, wash and twist at the same time. It's just not going to feel the same. It's probably not going to last me as long as well. Another thing I'm going to ask you guys too is, what are you using? Like, are you using beeswax, gel, butters, creams? Like, what you're using has a lot to do with how often you should be retwisting your hair as well. Because depending on your hair texture, your hair length, the stage of your lock journey you're in, and how active you are, some products may hold you longer than others. Some people hair is so fine and thin they can't use beeswax. It'd be too thick, make their hair look dirty and dry and gooky. Some people actually need, something lighter, such as, just gel. They have, really soft, curly, fine hair. Gel will be enough just to lock it up and get it to where they want it to be. So all of that plays a lot into it. And some people just use water, recent water. They're that like they just use recent water. They can just go. That's not me. I definitely needed product. I needed gel. I needed the lock butter. I needed to find out what worked for me. And once I figured out what worked for me, I just kept going with this. So everyone can be like a little bit different, but to each his own, no judgment. So at this point, I want to pretty much, just talk about why I decided to do my locks and why I got my lock journey going and, what it's all about for me. And I'm not Jamaican or African, I'm African American. So it was just something for me to do to not have to do my hair all the time, always be on camera, always looking good, wherever I'm going, what I'm doing. So like, all right, this is going to last me. Once my hair gets locked, I don't have to worry about so much maintenance besides touching up the roots here and there. Like right now, I definitely need a wash and a retwist. I'm not gonna get one today. I'll probably wash my hair today, but probably won't retwist it. But I definitely like the wash and retwist, freshly versus the dry. That works for me. So this is currently how my hair looks right now. This is my 3-year lock journey. Um, this is what I'm working with. This is how everything looks up in here. Give y'all a close up. Some people have told me that my hair looks fake. It looks like those little clip-ins as far as like like the crochet locks, but they're not. They're very real. It's my lock journey. These are my ends. Catch my video regarding combing out my curly ends. I'm still in the process of combing out my curly ends. They definitely want to butt up, and I'm doing my best to comb as much as possible to get those suckers out. You can see some of them are really, trying their best to butt up, but I've been doing my best to like try to comb them out. Even bought some new combs recently, and I'll be doing another method on how to get my curly ends back really soon. But this is me, 3 years locked. So thank you guys for watching my video. This is episode of 39 of Wine and FaceTime. How often you should be retwisting your hair. So definitely go back and play this from the beginning to the end to catch back up. Take consideration to how active you are, what stage of your lock journey you're in, what your hair texture is like, what your hair length is like, and the products you're using. Those things make a really big difference because you may have to mix and match some products. You find a product that works for you, as well as probably tone down your lifestyle if necessary, depending on, how you want your hair to grow and flourish, but to each his own. For me, I worked out a lot in the beginning and eventually it did lock, but it definitely was very messy to look at. It was definitely hard to manage at some points because I couldn't see my parts at some point. And some points, lots of them were matted together. And that was frustrating and difficult because at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, this is not going the way I wanted to. So, again, be patient, kings and queens. A lot of kings and queens, be patient, stay on the journey, don't give up. You're going to get there. I definitely say around year 2, you should be like pretty much fully locked, as far as your hair shouldn't be so meshy and it shouldn't hurt so much unless you're just not retwisting your hair as much as possible. Then it may be hurting you. But if you're staying on top of your wash and your twist, whether it's dry twist, wet twist, and you got the right products that work for you, you'll be just fine. You guys can look at my YouTube lock journey here. Look at my lock playlist. See day 1 to now. You'll see the buds. You'll see before I had this color, I had another color. Before that, I just had my black hair. You'll see the fuzziness. You'll see the stringiness. You'll see the out of control looks. You'll see all of that. And I had to be patient, and I hated a lot of it, but I learned how to deal with this. So don't give up on your lock journey. This is definitely for you if you're tired of doing box braids and wigs and weaves and perms and washing sets and cornrows. This is definitely for you. Eventually, you'll be at the stage where you guys do nothing but get up and go, and you'll be looking somewhat like me, depending on, again, your hair texture, how active you are, how long your hair is, and all that good stuff. So please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. This episode 39 of Wine and FaceTime. Also, you should be twisting your hair. Hopefully, you guys got some good tips and tricks for me. Again, please make sure you check out my lock playlist. See all about my hair from day 1 to now. Thank you guys so much for watching. And that bell notification, subscribing, liking, sharing my videos. I really appreciate all of that. It's your girl, Michelle, KK Fit. I'm out of here. So peace out, y'all. Hope all is well with y'all. Until next weekend, see y'all soon. Peace.